Hey everyone! Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and your support keeps these stories alive. I'll never forget the day it hit me. A text from my own cousin, who I had always looked up to. It was late at night and my phone buzzed. I picked it up, expecting a simple greeting. Instead, it read, "Can't wait for everyone to see tonight. Finally, it's my turn to shine." My stomach sank. I didn't understand. What did she mean by shine? She had always been celebrated, always the star at every family gathering. And me, I was the one everyone called the dumb one. The quiet cousin, the one who trailed behind, the one no one really noticed. I tried to push it aside, told myself I was reading too much into it. But over the next few weeks, little things started to feel wrong. Missed calls from family members, invitations that never arrived. A casual remark from my aunt, "You'll get your turn someday." My chest would tighten every time I heard it, a mix of confusion and creeping anxiety I couldn't shake. Then came the party, the event I'd been vaguely invited to, but with no real expectations. I arrived early, heart pounding, hoping maybe tonight would be different. Maybe tonight someone would see me. But as soon as I walked in, the air felt heavy with exclusion. My cousin was the center of attention, glowing in designer clothes, surrounded by family clapping and cheering. And me, I felt like a ghost, wandering from corner to corner, unnoticed. I caught glimpses of whispered conversations, laughter that stopped the moment I approached. At first, I told myself it was all in my head, that I was being paranoid. But then I overheard her mother, my own aunt, saying under her breath, "Finally, we're proud of her." Not like, some people. It was like someone had ripped a piece of me out. The words cut deeper than I ever imagined. All the birthdays, the graduations, the achievements no one celebrated, they flashed through my mind. Memories I had cherished suddenly felt like lies. Small moments of hope I had built up only to have them ignored or belittled. That night, I left early. I didn't even wait for the cake cutting. My hands were shaking, my vision blurred by anger and tears I tried to suppress. I didn't confront anyone, I couldn't. I felt too small, too dismissed, too invisible. Weeks later, I started noticing messages on my cousin's social media. Texts from family I hadn't seen in months. Invitations to gatherings I wasn't allowed to attend. Each one was a sting, proof of the betrayal that wasn't dramatic or cinematic, but quiet, systematic, and deeply personal. I began questioning myself. Was I imagining it? Was I overreacting? But the evidence was everywhere, small and insidious. I confronted my parents one evening, voice trembling, words spilling out faster than I could control. Why does she get everything? Why am I always ignored? Why am I the joke? My father sighed, avoiding my gaze. It's complicated. We just wanted her to have this moment. You'll understand one day. I didn't understand. I still don't. Their attempt at justification only fueled my hurt. Their words felt like an excuse for years of neglect, for countless moments where my achievements were minimized, my feelings dismissed. The real turning point came months later, by accident. I was cleaning the attic and found a box of old letters, thank you notes from teachers, certificates, small trophies. Each one was carefully preserved, each one ignored in daily life, shoved into a box while my cousin's achievements were displayed everywhere, celebrated openly. It hit me in waves. The betrayal wasn't just their favoritism. It was the active choice to label me less, to make me feel small. I realized then that the anger I carried didn't need to explode. I didn't need to prove anything to anyone else. I had to reclaim my self-worth for myself. The years of feeling invisible, dismissed, and belittled could not define me anymore. I could choose to forgive, yes, but on my terms, not because they asked, not because they deserved it. I began to step back from family expectations, focusing instead on the life I wanted to build, the people who truly saw me, the achievements I could celebrate without needing anyone else's approval. Each small victory felt monumental. A friend's praise, a work accomplishment, a quiet day where I felt proud of myself. When I finally confronted my cousin directly, it wasn't explosive. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I simply said calmly, I know how you've always been celebrated, and I've always been left behind. I see it now, and I'm choosing my own path. Her face went pale. She stammered, tried to justify herself, said things about tradition, about family expectations. I listened. I nodded. I didn't need to argue. I didn't need her approval. The conversation was closure enough, not because she understood, but because I finally allowed myself to be seen, even if only by me. Months later, I feel different. The party, the whispers, the years of being called the dumb one, they no longer hold power over me. They're memories, lessons, reminders of what I endured and overcame. I've rebuilt myself quietly, without validation from those who once dismissed me. I've learned that self-worth doesn't come from applause, but from resilience, from recognizing your own value, even when no one else does. And every time I think of that party, that night, that whispered betrayal, I don't feel pain anymore. I feel strength. I feel clarity. I feel the freedom of finally being my own person, untethered from the labels and judgments that tried to define me. If you've ever been overlooked, dismissed, or labeled unfairly, know this. Your worth isn't defined by anyone else. It's defined by how you carry yourself through the pain, how you rise above, and how you reclaim your own story. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stories like this, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever been labeled or dismissed by family, only to find your own strength later? I want to hear your experiences.